there's something quietly defiant about loading a roll of film in a world obsessed with speed and convenience. I've always been drawn to new places, craving the inspiration from somewhere I've never been. But recently, I am trying to shift my focus to explore and photograph places that I've already visited, especially in and around my city. After all, I can be on road every day of the year, right? So I grabbed a roll of Kodak Gold 200, loaded it into my camera, and planned a simple getaway just outside the city. So we headed out to visit a place locally named as the Valley of Flowers. Anyways, upon entering, I was greeted with these beautiful flowers lining the path that leads further into the park. Even though the sun had decided to bail, the flowers more than made up for it. The thing about Kodak Gold is that it loves sunlight. It's what gives this film stock its characteristic warm tones. Unfortunately, by the time we reached our destination, the day had turned quite cloudy. In summers, temperature gets fairly high in these parts of the world, so it's not very pleasant roaming around in daytime, especially in harsh midday sun. But you gotta do what you gotta do, for the love of photography, I guess. The whole reason for capturing this scene was the colors. But something went wrong. There is this weird magenta cast all over the picture. But I still love this shot. This place is rightly named the Valley of Flowers. Flowers were everywhere. After looking around for a while, I came across this bridge. I knew it had the potential for a great photo, but there wasn't much space at either end to get back far enough to get a balanced composition. From other angles, the trees were obstructing the view, but somehow I managed to get these. I clearly remember setting my lens at infinity before taking this shot. But I don't know why the trees in the foreground are in focus, whereas it should have been the distant bridge. I have to test this out when I shoot my next roll of film to make sure if there is any alignment or lens issue. I hope this was an error on my part. This could have been a great photo, if not for the garbage and plastic. It's frustrating to see litter like this in a park. Anyways, as the sun was about to go down, I quickly wrapped things up, took a few extra shots, and headed back to my home. I had almost half the roll left, and we needed to visit another place to finish it. The sun finally showed up. We headed out early as this destination was a bit far from the city. There it was. I was happy as I would finally get to test Goal 200 in bright sunlight. So without wasting much time, I got to work. I already had half the roll finished so the pressure to finish the entire roll in one day was off. With the sun high in the sky, the heat and humidity was intense. We weren't sure if we should go for a boat ride, especially since it was a paddle boat. So we waited around a bit and then decided to head to the nearby market to have our lunch. Later, as the sun came down, we finally decided to go for that boat ride. And it did help me to take a few extra shots from a different perspective. With this final shot of the water lily, the last frame was exposed, and it was time to head back and send the roll for development. I really like the results I got from this roll of Kodak Gold 200, and I think this is going to be my go-to film stock in budget. It's warm and saturated and has plenty of latitude to get it to look the way you want. But of course it's not a professional grade film, so getting the exposure right is key if you want to get consistently good results. If you'd like to have prints of any of these photos, feel free to let me know and I'll be happy to make them available for purchase. And of course it will help me to make more such videos. We don't always have to chase across the world to find what we're looking for, to feel what we want to feel. It can be found in places we have known all along. This weekend wasn't about capturing the perfect shot. It was about seeing what's always been there and remembering how it feels like to be truly present.